Today is October 8th, 2024, Tuesday morning at 9:12 a.m. Eastern. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Because I know it's a different time in different places of the world. I think in the UK now, about 2:15 in the afternoon, and it's India around there. It's 6:30 p.m. Different times of the day. Yeah, I talk about excuse me, progress and learning and growth. Yeah, recently I'm learning a lot of different things, and which I enjoy. I actually didn't realize it, how important it is to me, the learning and growth. And for a while I thought that, if I'm not going to school, I did my bachelor's in engineering, but then some people go to school, like, for additional degree and whatnot. I was thinking that, oh, I'm not really like that or something, but I realized that I have the, I don't know, interest to learn, but it's more very like, I don't know, going deep into the things that I really enjoy. So, mindfulness is something, and even if it's a religious thing, I go deep with the learning, and that's my style. And I don't know. I don't like exams. I remember from my engineering days, oh my God, so many exams. I didn't like it. But yeah, looking back, it seems funny and interesting. And I love math, and I had no idea that I actually love math that much, because now Alice, my daughter, she's in third grade. So when I try to get her to do math, and I'm like, oh, I love it so much, and I can't wait for her to do high school math, because those are like so interesting. But anyway, there's some random different things that just came to my mind. So this morning I was listening to some spiritual videos, some affirmation. The affirmation video is from those are more like an audio than video, because those are mostly from YouTube. I listen to, I have a ad-free account, the monthly subscription, where so there's no ads, so it kind of works really, really good. And I love that, because that way you can listen to many different things. YouTube has lots of random stuff. At the same time, they have good stuff. If you can, if you find what you really like, and then you can keep going deep, because there's so much good material in there. So I listened to those from a lot, and it was from Louise Hay, the affirmation video, audio, whatever you want to call it. So it was good. I'm wearing my flannel shirt. It's kind of a little cold. It's fall, so it's temperature is a little bit on the colder side. It's good though. So this morning it was interesting. William McRaven. I was introduced to his short video, or you can even look it up. It's he's a 4-star general, I think, in Navy SEAL, and he has a really popular speech. I just saw it on LinkedIn, and then I knew about it from, I don't know, 6 years ago, from somebody, from one of my mentors. And I really, really liked it, because it's a lot about leadership, and about not giving up, and and how life can be challenging sometimes, but then how you can keep going and things like that. Um, and he talks about um, he has lots of lessons that he shares in that speech, and he starts with start with making your bed. That's the first one, and his point is start the day with one completed task. So to me, I don't know, the making a bed thing doesn't resonate with me as much. That could be something to do with how I grew up back in India. Um, but anyway, the point is completing a task, and in my mind, what resonated, at least at this point of time, and then I'm one of those people who, I don't know, um, I grow and I change, and then, like, that's they also say, like, change is the only constant you have in life. um, the important part is, living a happy life, but that for anybody, I think completing a task that you can do it yourself, without being dependent on anybody, gives you power. So for me, what resonated is making these videos, right? And lately, I am really not doing it as like the first thing in the morning, because I'm doing lots of different things, and some way I'm very interested in politics too. So lately, the general election in the U.S. is getting so I don't know, exciting or whatever. So I keep checking the news too. And I mean, there is good and bad to that, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm like, I probably should start doing these videos again in the first thing in the morning, because you complete a task, and that gives a little, maybe if it's a tiny bit, sense of accomplishment that you finished a task. So yeah, that is so powerful. William McRaven. I think I was thinking that I'll actually save this somewhere and maybe show it to Alice sometime. I don't know if she can pay close attention for 6 minutes, or if it is too complicated for her at this age, because she's only 8. I have never worked in military, and it's not that I really want to or anything, but I always admire the teamwork in military, and especially Navy SEAL, where Simon Sinek also talks about it a lot. Actually, in the past, he used to talk about it a lot. Recently, I haven't seen many of Simon Sinek's videos, like how they do the teamwork, right? One team member helping another in a way that's unimaginable, and that's how greater success happens. And this thing fascinates me. I know it's a mindfulness channel, and I'm talking about all this. This thing fascinates me because I think for a while now I have been doing leadership roles, and I have managed teams. A better way to say is like led teams for many impossible projects, and different organizations. And when they're done, those are one of the happiest memories I have. And I'm getting ready for an interview later next week, and that is also a leadership position. So that's why I think all of these are in my mind, and and you guys know, if you have seen my video, a lot of the things, when it's in my mind, I kind of share them. So yeah, and it's a good thing. I love the team, the excitement, a lot of people working together towards the same mission. There is nothing more exciting than that. and that's at work life, and that can be done at home too. So you have a small family, big family, everybody, finding a compromise, common ground, and going from there. That's exciting because no two people can think alike. The the key is to find the common ground, what helps both, right? And sometimes, say, very simple thing would be that, okay, somebody wants, I don't know, green, and somebody wants yellow. I don't know what the mixed color would be. Green and yellow. Alice would be better at it because she sometimes paints. I don't know, it's a weird example. I didn't want to say blue and red because that goes to election, but maybe that's because since I know the color. So let's say one person wants blue, another person wants green and red, right, at work, and then you compromise and then you mix the two, becomes purple. And it was a weird metaphorical example, but the point is that sometime in the beginning, you got to do that. And then later on, as the team bonds get stronger, as a purple team, you would be able to accomplish so much. And I think a lot of this is coming to my head because, I was looking back at my career, many projects that I have led where things seemed impossible, and I would work with different departments to come together and look at the benefit, not only from short-term point of view, but medium-term and longer term, right? And those are the things that always excited me, to see how the people grew, the department grew, and the organization grew, and people are happier working together. Anyway, so I'm going to put that aside for now. I'm getting to my usual so yeah, I have been listening a lot of spiritual talks on a regular basis. Those are good, and still living mindfully. This morning I went outside on the deck and felt the wood on my feet, and it was, I think last night it rained. I'm not sure, but the wood was a little wet, and it was cold. I felt the cold. More than the other mornings, and I think, yeah, there's like October 8th, so it's getting a little colder, and then I heard the sound, birds chirping, and so those are nice. It's like every moment how want to live our life. It's I remember a few days ago I made a video where I talked about the day. I think it was Sunday. The day is what we make of it. The life. They talk about, life is what we make of it. The day, and then I kind of thought of it. And I even, like, this morning came to my mind. And the moment is what we make of it. There's a lot of things going on in the world, but right at this minute, if the things around us is calm, this moment is calm. That's what we can feel internally if we want to. So it's all about the focus. Where we focus our mind to will get us to that, right? So if you're thinking about all the problem that is happening in the world, thinking about the challenges, thinking about like the hurricane that is happening in Florida, what can we do? So we can pray. Like yesterday, some friends and I, we pray a few days a week on WhatsApp, and then we prayed, and that was a good thing. But we can't really do too much, right? So what we can do, we do, and then after that, you gotta do what you can to have a calm and contented life, because there's no guarantee in life. The storm that's happening down there, a few months ago, nobody knew this would happen, and especially the people who lost their lives, right? that is sad and nobody knew. So life has no guarantee. Every single day is a blessing. And more often than not, we don't feel even grateful for the day we have, right? So we gotta be feeling more grateful for the days we have. And the blue sky, as I talk, I'm looking at the blue sky up there, the sunny day, the green trees, Mother Earth. There's so many things you can be grateful for. This reminds me of another thing that Jack Canfield said one time, that many things, if you look around yourself, if you think you didn't have them, say 10 years ago, he probably said it a little differently, but that's how I kind of internalized it, that 10 years ago, the things that you haven't seen, you have. And some of the things you feel probably really good about, proud about, put aside the things that you didn't like or enjoy, that just think those as a learning lesson. But the things that you like, the things that you're proud of, some could be things that were once only in your mind you wanted to pursue, and those are with you now. Either it's a job or a house or whatever that may be, or a car. I'm not a big car person, so that's it. Didn't come to my mind. At one point I was, and then it's not anymore. Anyway, so it's not about even the material thing. Even think 10 years ago where you are versus now, how much growth you had emotionally. And I talk about the comfort zone, and as we train ourselves, learn new things and go through challenging time, our comfort zone grows. And imagine the comfort zone, if it was here, is it here now, is it here now? So same thing, think about 10 years ahead. The 10 years ahead thing, I think Matthew McConaughey, I don't know if I said his name, Matthew McConaughey, his last name is a little hard for me to say, but anyway, so he talks about the 10 years ahead, right? What advice would you give yourself from 10 years ahead, right? I would actually go even one step further, right? And that is, when your life is ending, you have a year to live. And sometimes people may say you have a week or a month. I think that is a little too stressful. And at that point, you don't really care about anything. I think when you have a month or a week to live, yes, you want to live a happy life, but you have a year to live, and that's probably a balanced way to look at it. What do you think you want your legacy to be, right? Your kids and friends and family, what you want from them, what you want them to be looking at you from, if you want to teach them some things, your kids, or I don't know, if you have a bucket list items. I don't have too many, just a few things. If you have some bucket list item, have you done them? Did you live a happy life? What does happiness means to you? What are the things you want to do that would make you not regret in life, later on in life, right? So think about it from that perspective, because I joke about these things, that we all come to this world with an expiry date, like any product that we buy from a store. Only thing is, we just don't know our expiry date, but we do. And maximum it's 100 years, but majority of the people don't live until 100 years. There's a I don't know, range normally between, I think, 60, 65, from there all the way to 100. So people generally tend to die in that age range. So yeah, the things that you want to do in life, right? The Power of One. That's that William McRaven video. He talks about one person can change the world in so many ways, because it's not one person just talking to one. That one person would go talk to others and the circle around them. He brings up the example of, Nelson Mandela, Lincoln, so many, people, even Malala. And change doesn't always mean that it has to be something dramatic, something big. We all, in our little ways, can make a good difference in the world. And if that brings you happiness, that brings you joy, keep doing those, right? So, so I'm going to do some deep breathing and intention setting and visualization. That really can calm your body down, because I've been doing it for a while, so I kind of really feel it, even if my shoulders are tense or something. And then I take a deep breath and it just calms it down. And I'm going to do my mantra very quickly. Okay. Trust in God with everything. Speak positive and uplifting words and love, peace, joy, harmony, patience. Present moment, be kind, forgive everybody and everyone and every situation. Look for positive in all situation. Let go, be resilient, be strong, be kind, be compassionate, and be the change you want to see in the world. And that comes from Gandhi. There are many different ways this thing has been said in the spiritual world by self-help gurus, that the ultimate thing is like, what we want to see in the world, we want to mimic that first, because people, especially kids, they learn by looking at us. So it's important that we live up to our own words. And I'll be honest, I don't always do that, but we are human beings. We make mistakes, but we get up and keep doing the good, and eventually it changes. So that's because if we have the intention, nothing is impossible. Sometimes it may seem hard, but nothing is impossible. So good. I just gotta keep doing the good in the world, and we'll be able to make the changes. And some things are, since I'm preparing for the interviews and stuff where we talk about leadership, we talk about measurable goal, and this is something you don't necessarily have to think about measuring. Okay, how many lives I changed when I'm at the doorstep of my death. I don't know if it's 10 years, 20 years, or 40 years, whenever that is. It's not about measuring, it's more about, making the next generation, make the world a little bit better place for the next generation. And every little bit counts, because the ocean is filled by drop. So if yours is, a tiny microscopic drop, that is still something, right? So anyway, I know today I talked about a bunch of random things, like sometimes I do, but this is part of me staying on track with the consistency, because the Navy SEAL, that video that I just watched, it's a 6 minutes video. It's so powerful. There's a reason why he was a 4-star general in Navy SEAL, but that's why it's so powerful. Maybe it was something else too. I forgot like what all details or titles he had. Anyway, but yeah, those are the inspiration in life. Sometimes we got to remind ourselves. I knew about it 5 years ago, but these are the things that always doesn't stay in our mind. So when we look at it again, or think about it again, our mind starts function a little differently again in a good way. So we gotta keep watching them, listening to them, so that we feel stronger emotionally. And yeah, okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll get going. I don't know if I'll make any more video later in the day. If not, then tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.